Right. You're the white lady? Okay. All right. So that was rounding off to the nearest what? Decimal place. All right. But no, we're not dealing with decimal place. We're dealing with what are we dealing with, class? What is it called? Significant figures. That's true. Right. So let us look at what we're talking about, significant figures. So basically, when we're rounding off to the nearest significant figure, it's just another method of approximating. So for example, sometimes you can say round off to the nearest decimal place, the nearest 10, 100, to the nearest whole number. All right, one decimal place, two decimal place. So rounding off to the nearest significant figure is just another method of rounding off. And I believe last week we would have discussed the importance of approximation or rounding off. All right. And sometimes we use the term rounding up. When we use the term rounding up, we mean like adding one to the number, and rounding down means what? Leaving the number. All right. Now, there's a slight difference though between rounding off to the nearest decimal place and significant figure. Now, 0 to 9 is a significant figure. I use sig fig for short. So, you know, but look at the underline. It says if, however, the figure starts with a 0, then the next non-zero figure is considered the first significant figure. All right, so I will explain this. All right, don't worry about this. I will explain this. All right, it doesn't make sense I explain this now as it is. I have to use a question to explain that. All right, so let us look at a few examples. All right, so example, round off the following numbers to the nearest SF, and SF we know means what? Significant figure. All right, now what did I say a significant figure is, class? It's just 0 to 9. All right, those are significant figures. All right, and 0 is not considered a significant figure in a special case. So let's look at number 1. So number 1 is saying round off 1,368 to 3 significant figures. All right, that's what it's saying. Now, how do we do this? Now, when we're rounding off to the nearest decimal place, we start at decimal point. All right, but we're not going to start at the decimal point. Well, there's no decimal point here. All right, but even if it has a decimal point, we wouldn't start at the decimal point. So we start at the first significant figure. And the first significant figure in this, hold on there, let me just push this down a little bit. And let me just zoom in that a little bit, all right? All right, so our first significant figure is 1. All right, so we start at 1. So it says 0, 1, 2, 3. All right. So the third significant figure is what, class? It's 6.
6.
Right. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Then you draw imaginary line. All right. And just like round off to nearest decimal place, we examine the number to the what? To the right. All right. And if that number is greater than or equal to 5, we add 1 to the number to the left. And 8 is greater than or equal to 5. So we're going to add 1 to the what? The 6. All right. I don't know why my mouse is acting up on me. So therefore, our answer is going to be 1,
7.
3, why? 1, 3, 7. Is it 1, 3, 7?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right.
No. Hold on.
Can someone, it's not actually 137. Can someone tell us why it can't be 137?
Because the number to the right is higher.
Well, yes, correct. Because guess what? Let us say this is money, right? Let us say this is US. All right, this is US. You go to the bank with 1,368 US. 1,000 US is our money, not your class. Yeah, it's like 1,000 US is like a month's salary for some people. All right. And you rolled off 1,368. Would you get 137 US dollars? Impossible. So therefore, we put a what? A placeholder there. So when you round it off, it will be 1,370. Right? Everybody get that? Somebody needs to mute the mic. Richard, Sarita, and Maxine. Oh, someone's on the mic open. Come on, man. Sarita, can you mute your mic for me, please? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. All right. 3-person mic is up. You know, even if you think that your place is extremely quiet, you know, just mute your mic. All right. All right. Do we have any questions?
You can explain back how you get the 0, sir. Come not understand, sing.
All right. How I get the 0? All right. Do you understand why? Do you understand why? If you don't have the 0 there, it will be wrong. Let me reason talk that way.
No, sir, I would like you to explain it from the scratch from me, please, because I don't get it as well.
All right.
No, I don't.
Let us say you have 1,368 US dollars, right? You take it to the bank, and the bank run off with the 3 significant figures. And the banker tells you that you're going to get 137 US dollars. Could that be correct?
No, sir.
Exactly. Impossible. All right?
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. So that is why we need a what? A placeholder there.
Please, Mama, to bring it back in the thousands.
Exactly, because this is 1,000, you know, and this is in the thousands, and then no, you just drop it off, and you get 137. So that wouldn't make any sense.
She would be robbing you, sir.
Exactly, because 1,000 US is a whole heap of money.
Exactly.
Right? I know I would do well with 1,000 US. I mean, 1,300 US is about like 200 grand. And then 137 US is like probably, I don't know, like 20,000. All right. Everybody following? Everybody seeing the logic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sir, I don't understand.
All right. Explain what you're not following.
Get knocked out after rejoin.
Oh, you got knocked out while I was explaining? All right, let me explain. All right, are you hearing me? Are you there? All right, so these are the problems that we face you know. And so while I was explaining, she got bumped off and she joined back, but I don't know if she's there. So I don't know if I explain again, it would benefit her because maybe she's not on to here. All right, so you can listen on the recording, all right? Really, really sorry about that. Are you there? All right, so we're not hearing her, right? All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this question, not to 3 significant figures, but to 2 significant figures. All right. What I want you to do is, class, I want you to work this out. I want you to round off this number to 2 significant figures. And I want you to work it out to 1 significant figures. So you have 2 activities. I want you to round off the same number to 2 significant figures and then to 1 significant figures. And then I want you to post your answer in the chat. All right, I'm going to give you 3 minutes or 2 minutes to do that.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
You mean the question?
Yes.
All right. I want you to roll. Is it? All right. Remember, whatever I have in bracket, right? Tells us.
Yeah.
All right. I'm hearing. Hold on. Hold on. Please remember to mute your mic when you're not talking. All right. No, don't post your answers in WhatsApp, please. Post your answers in this chat. All right, let me explain again. So I want you to round off this number to 1 significant figure and to 2 significant figures. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. And post your answers in the chat. All right, I'm seeing some persons. I'm seeing Sarita. I'm seeing Asha Lee, Emily. All right, and your answer seems to be consistent. Okay, I'm seeing Alicia, Caroline, posting Marshall, Lee, Novia, Camille, and all the answers. Well, not exactly all, but some answers are off, some answers are on. All right, 1,000. And I most appreciate your participation in class, you know, and that's how I would like for you to participate. Sometimes when I ask you a question for you to be like telling me, you know, people competing to talk, it's confusing, you know, because somebody started to talk and then somebody's joined, so you find it sounds confusing. So to me, it's best if you post your answers in the chat when I put out a question. All right, I'm seeing Richard posting, Luciano, Shane. All right, Planta. Is it Makeda? Makeda? How do you pronounce that? Is it Makeda? Makeda, are you there? I'm seeing Edwards. All right. Tamar is also posting. Carry on.
Yes, sir. It's a Makeda planter.
Planter, okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right, good. I just want to get that. I'm seeing persons daily posting. All right. I'm seeing Romario's work. Plumber is also making a post. Awesome. And the numbers are consistent. All right. Anybody's posting?
So, sir, can I ask a question? All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. Someone was asking a question. Yes. Wasn't there one significant figure you did just know?
No, man, we did three. We did three a while ago. Remember, we
The
start.
first example?
Yeah, we start counting from here, from the from right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay, all right,
Right, so you don't start count from down here.
all right.
Yeah,
Even though it's a whole number, you count from the left to the right.
whether it's a whole number or decimal. So right.
Okay.
All right, so let me just run through two significant figures. So it says two significant figures, 0, 1, 2. All right, so you draw an imaginary line, then you examine the number to the right. All right, and if that number is greater than or equal to 5, we add 1 to the previous number to the left. And 6 is obviously greater than or equal to 5. So we're going to add 1. We're going to add 1 to the 3. And that will give us what? 4. So 1 plus 3 will give us 4. So the answer is going to be 1 and 4. Now, obviously, it could be 14. And because we have 2 digits to the right, we put 2 placeholders. Is everybody following? Is everybody seeing why it's important to put the placeholders? Because if you go in 1,368 US and you get $14, that's crazy. So you have to put the 2 zeros as a placeholder. All right, any questions? All right, moving on. All right, to one significant figure. So we start, so we say 0, 1, we draw a line, we examine the number to the right. Ms. Planter, can you mute your mic for me, please? No, sorry, not Ms. Planter. I'm sorry. Brittany, can you mute your mic for me, please? Thank you. All right, so as I was saying, you know, it's one significant figure, so we're gonna go one place to the right. Draw a line, examine the number to the right. Is that number greater than or equal to 5? No, 3 is not, so we leave the number to the left. So we leave 1. All right, so it's gonna be 1, and then we have 368, which is just to put 3 placeholder there, which is 1,000. All right, any questions? All right, let us look at question number 2. What is the difference between question number 1 and question number 2?
One has a point.
Right, one is a decimal fraction and one is a whole number, not true? All right. Now, I mean, if I say round off to the nearest significant figure, where would I start for number 2?
At where the decimal point is.
All right. Why do you say that?
Because we already have a decimal point.
All right. No. So no, that's not correct. What happened?
Because is it because but it's a significant figure, so anything that comes after the point will be counted as
All right. Oh boy, you're breaking up, and I think I'm hearing 2 persons. Go again for me. You're go again for me.
Is it that wherever there is a point, you count that number as a significant figure? So anything that comes after the point would be considered countable, I guess. I'm just looking because anything before the point, you would not
Mhm.
add it. Does that make sense? I don't know. It sounds like I don't make it.
What you're doing is making up your own math. It's like you're creating something. You say, boy, no, that's not. No, it doesn't work like that. So the significant figure is actually still yes.
I think anything come after the point is a whole number, or should I say?
No, I mean, if I have 2.5, right? If I have 2.5, 2.5 is 2.5. So anything that comes after a point is actually a fraction. All right. So anything that comes after the point is a fraction. This is a whole number before the point. All right. Okay, so what do we do when we have a point and it says to round off to the nearest significant figure? Where do we start? We start at the same place. We start here. 0, 1, 2, etc., etc. All right, so when it comes to decimal numbers and it says significant figures, the decimal point doesn't really matter. All right, so it's actually, we start right here. So let's do number 1. It says to 60 significant figures. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw a line. We examine the number to the right. Is that number less than or equal to 5? Yes, it's less than or equal to 5. So we leave the number to the left, the 8. So our answer is 1, 7, 8.098. And if you want to, you can put a placeholder there, but it's not necessary. All right. So if you, is it because, let me show you something. If I have 1.0, 1.00000, all right, both of them are equal, right? So once the 0 comes after the point, it doesn't have any value. It has a value if it is in front of a 0, not true? If I put a 1, if I put a 0 in front of this point here, it becomes 10.0, which is obviously different from 1.0. All right. Any questions? All right. So what you notice when if I ask you to round off this number to the nearest decimal, please, class, where would you start counting?
The decimal
At the
point.
decimal point. Right, right. But if you have a decimal number and it's a round off to the nearest significant figure, where are you gonna start? At the
Third, because the
right.
decimal point
At the
is
first part, yes, not true.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So what I want you to do is, I want you to work out the same question, 5 significant figure, 4, 3, 2, 1 significant figures. All right. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do all of that. And I'm going to call on persons randomly. All right. Do you mind, or you want me? You want those persons to freely volunteer? What do you prefer? All right, it doesn't matter.
How much significant others?
Well, it will be 5, and then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Forrester, you're not hearing me? Some of the message and saying that they're not hearing me.
Sir, correct me if I'm wrong in the figure there, you know, but you know.
All right.
Sir, should we post it in the chat?
Not really,
Okay.
because it's gonna be a lot to post. But if you
Okay.
if you want, I'm looking at it, I'm looking at a few persons. So
So can I go ahead and volunteer?
if you want to.
All right, so,
Oh, you mean you're talking answer? No, we're not doing that as yet.
no, oh, sorry.
No, just wait until I will randomly call on persons, all right?
All right,
Yeah. So sometimes I want to mix it up. I will randomly call on persons, and sometimes I will ask persons just to freely volunteer themselves. And yeah, because I know sometimes when you put people on the spot, it kind of feel like, you know,
okay.
like Sarah pick for me. It's either Sarah pick for me or Sarah ignore me when I do it randomly. All right, 20 more seconds. All right, so I'm going to randomly call on persons. If you may. All right. Anjali, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you
It
want
is
to?
Kendra.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're Keandra? Okay. All right. Do you want to attempt? You want to tell us what you got for the one that says 5 significant figures?
I get
No, just tell me what you did before you tell us what you got.
I move I move 5 imaginary place towards the right. So when I counted, I would be at between the 9 and the 8. So the 8 is greater than the 5. So I bring over 1 to the 9. It would make it 10. So that's how I get my answer.
Okay. So you add 1 to the 9.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me what you get now.
I get 178.010.
What 1x0?
You hear me? Did you hear me?
Yeah, man, I heard you. Is it 17810? Is it that it?
178.010.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so that's 0.
1 0.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. You can mute your microphone, please. Carrie Ann, is she correct?
Could be, but that's not what I have.
All right, tell us what you got.
I have 178.090.
All right, you want to explain how you got that?
No, sir, I said 178.090.
Oh. Am I hearing
So there's a
doubles?
0.
So it's 178.
0.0, yeah, 90.
So 178.0.
No, you're gonna have, yes, 0 now. So because the 0.
All right. Actually, is she correct? Actually, what number you got?
Could be, but that's not what I got. I got
Okay.
178.1000.
That's correct. as a matter of fact, if you have 178.1, it is correct. It doesn't matter how many zeros. Remember I told you that it doesn't matter how many zeros you put after the decimal point. All right.
Okay.
Right. You want to explain what you did?
All right. So for the fifth, you draw the 5 imaginary lines. You'll end up between the 8 and the 9, yes. However, the 8 would be greater than 5, so you'll need to add the 1. When you add the 1 to the 9, it will become 10. You add the 1 to the 0 just the same, and it will still be 10, so it will be 1, 0, 0, 0. Add zeros for the remainder.
All right. No, hold on. Explain that part again. Tell us what happens when you add the 1 and the 9.
The 8, because the 8 is greater than 5, when you round it off and add the 1 to the 10, you would add the 1.
You mean when you add the 1 to the 9?
Yes, it will become 10. And because that would be increased, you'll add the 1 to the 0.
Right, cool, right. That's what I want to
1.
hear. Right, cool, right. Yes, and that's how
And then it will become
becomes 1 and 0, right? So basically, what she's saying is that you see when you add the 1 to the 9, 1 plus 9 we know is what? 10. But you see where the 9 is? Where the 9 is, you're going to put a 0 there and carry the 1. And 1 plus 0 will give us 1. All right? And that's how we get 178.10. All right? All right. So, please mute your mic. I'm not even really seeing this. Let me just mute. All right. Okay. All right. So everybody clear on this? Any questions?
Yes, that's what I got to.
Okay. All right. So this is how you do it here. So this is what we round off to 5 significant figures. All right, so thank you everybody for participating. Let's move on to question number, the next part that says 4 significant figures. All right. I'm going to take this off. Who wants to give it a try?
Which one, sir? For the 4?
Yeah, the 4 significant figure. Yeah.
All right, for the 4th significant figure, the answer would remain the same as for the 5 significant figure. So it move 5 places
awesome.
from.
You're correct. No, it will be 4 places.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Where? Right here?
Yes, sir.
Right. And you must tell me, because I haven't told you because look like I'm here do it for you. So it's
understood.
1, 2, 3. So it's between the 0 and the?
Yeah, the 0 and the 9.
All right. Explain now.
So because the 9 is greater than 5, you will basically add 1 to the 0. And once you add 1 to the 0, so it becomes 178.1000.
And you know, you don't have to put any zeros here, but you know, if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, not important. Any questions? So the answer for the for 5 significant figures and 4 significant figures coincidentally turns out to be the same. So this is 4 significant figures. All right, and can I erase this? Anybody writing? Okay, somebody saying they're not hearing. Mills, are you there? Is it Shaya Mills? Can you hear me? Okay, I think she's saying that she don't understand and she's not hearing. Wow, that's rough. All right, let me try one more time. Ms. Mills, are you there? Can you hear me? All right, so unfortunately, I'm unable to respond to her. All right, so who wants to volunteer and tell me, or tell us the class, how do we round off that number to 3 significant figures? Anybody?
All right, let me give it a try.
All right.
All right, so basically, the 3 significant figures would be 178.
What you tell us answer?
Oh. So basically, you look up, so it's just 178. You just drop everything beyond decimal points.
All right.
That is because when you go from 0 to 3, it's 1, 2, 3 at the decimal point right there. 0. So the 0 is lesser than 8. So you just leave the number.
Less than 5. Yes.
It's less than 5. So you leave the number to the left. So you just drop everything beyond the decimal point.
Right. And if you want to put 0.0000, it's up to you. But that's correct. Awesome. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions? Anybody lost? All right. Okay, so let us look at rounding off to 2 significant figures. Who wants to take that one?
Sir, the try on that one.
All right, go ahead. All right. Anybody want to try now to 2 significant figures?
Yes, sir.
Let me try.
All right, go ahead.
Don't worry. Hello?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you, but I'm hearing you. Is everybody hearing?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for 2 if I turn that on. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Sir, are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, boy. Class, are you hearing me?
Okay, so for two significant.
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay.
Okay, for two significant figure, you move from the left, that is 1, and you will go in between the 1 and the 7. However, because
You sure it's
8
1 and
is
7? Are you sure it's 1 and 7?
No, I mean, sorry, between the 7 and the 8, my apologies.
Okay.
So because the 8 more than 5, you'll add 1 to the 7. So you will have 180.00.
All right. If you have 180, it's okay. So you basically put a placeholder there, not true?
Okay, I had 180.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Is everybody clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Finally,
Sir.
one significant figures. Who want to do number 1?
Sir, let me try.
All right.
So you're gonna move one place to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And because the 7 is greater than 5, you're going to add 1 to the 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer would be 2.00. Zero.
That's it.
And I had 3 more zeros, sir. I don't know if I'm right.
You know, $2 though, no matter where you put it. You know that. It's two. It's, if you could have put down 10 million zero, it's $2.
It should not be right.
All right. Brittany, is she correct? Brittany Gray. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoa, you sound like you're in a submarine. All right. Camille, are you there? Is she correct?
No, sir.
All right. Tell us what you got and explain.
So I got 200 for my answer.
2 bills.
Yes, sir.
That's a 2 bills, man. You come from uptown, New Kingston?
No, sir. Country me live.
All right.
So what I did, I moved one place, so they go over the 1, put the dot between, the decimal place would now fall there. So because the 7 is greater than 5, I add 1 to the 1, makes it 2, and use the 00 as the 2 placeholder.
Right, right. Okay. No, you know what the person did wrong? She moved she moved the point. Right, at the decimal place, you don't do that, right? All right, so you don't move the point because you're changing the value of the number. All right, because this could be 178 pounds, you know. All right. Do you know how much 178 pounds is in Jamaica? And you're gonna tell me say go Cambia, and when you tell them to run up to 1, you get 2 pounds. Oh, see what I'm saying, miss? So you don't change the point. All right. Okay. I hope you're following. All right. Any questions? All right. Okay. What? I don't understand. All right, guys, we're going to take a little bathroom break, water break. All right.
And engage existing customers with subscriptions, gift cards, and loyalty programs. Set up automated abandoned cart recovery to entice customers.
All right. Who enjoyed the ride? Anybody have been on a coaster roller before?
Nope.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
You have? Okay. And anybody remember when the circus came to Mobile? What do you think of again? I don't remember the name. Some Wright brothers something came to Montego Bay at Dumpo before the park was built. That was something interesting. I didn't get a chance to go though. All right, so what we're gonna do next now? So we have covered. Oh, there's one more thing I need to cover. All right, you remember this little thing here I was telling you about? This thing here, right? I'm gonna explain that. All right, so you're not seeing my screen, are you? All right, so let us look at example 3. What if we have 0.007? Take that on for me, please. So this is example 3. And we're going to look at, to round this off to all right. Okay, so I'm assuming you have the question. So let's go on. Now, the question says, approximate this to 5 significant figure. All right. Now, what this says, if, however, the figure starts with a 0, then the next non-zero figure is considered the first significant figures. Can someone explain what this is talking about?
That means that you start from the whole number, the 7.
The 7, awesome, very good. That's basically what it's saying. So what it's saying, if you have a number, right, and the number starts with 0, then that number is not a significant figure. It only becomes significant when that number becomes a what? a non-zero figure. All right. So as you can see, for question number 3, for question number 3, if I set to round this out to 5 significant figure class, I wouldn't start here. You follow? I would start at the 7 and say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will draw the imaginary line. Wait, how is this thing gone? I will draw the imaginary line between where? The 2 and the
1 and the 2.
right.
The 2 and the 1.
1 and the 2. All right, and then we examine the number to the right. And if that number is less than 5, we leave the number to the left alone. All right. So therefore, our answer, and by the way, 1 is less than 5, so we're going to leave 2. All right, remember, it's the number to the left that we change, not the number to the right. All right. And do we move the decimal point? No, we don't. So our answer would be 0.0000784. Why did I give us a big number? 78452. And this is to 5 significant figure. All right. And I know if I ask you to do 4, 3, 2, 1, you can do it. All right. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes to work out the rest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. All right. So give me a, can you give me a thumbs up in the chat? Can you do that? I need 3 thumbs up from different persons indicating to me that they're finished. Or a smiley face. I don't know if you can do that. Or just type in I'm done, I'm finished. Or finisher. All right, okay, cool, thumbs up. Oh, I'm just seeing a message. Tony Marie, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we have, okay, the Tony Marie that came in, that messaged me and said that she came in late.
Late.
Right, so unfortunately, I'm going to fill out a big jog because it's a lot of filling. All right, so I'm suggesting that you wait for the recording and you use the recording, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, I will try to post it as soon as it's available tonight. And
No problem.
yeah, and I must thank everybody for subscribing to my channel. Yeah.
All right, sir, and where are you gonna post it? In the group or? Hello?
Or where?
In the group? That's what I should have asked.
Okay, this is your first class?
No, it's my second class.
Yeah, I remember I posted last week's recording in the WhatsApp group.
You know, I didn't see it.
You don't see it?
I probably wasn't looking.
From you're on TikTok.
No, I don't use the TikTok.
Okay.
But what I want you to do for me, the writing that you had regarding the zeros, could you put it back on display for me so I could get a screenshot of it, please?
All right, no problem. I'm just waiting. Okay, I'm seeing persons. Romario says finished. Anna K is finished. Brittany is finished. Richard is also finished. Camille, Luciano. All right, Emily, Miss Forrester. Awesome. All right. So, all right. Tamar and O'Shane is also finished. That's wonderful. All right. Okay. All right. So let me just go back and assist one of our students. This is what we're talking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, I got it.
All right, cool, no problem. All right. I need a volunteer. Let's try to speed it up a little bit. Let's see if we can get through this a bit faster. I need a volunteer for rounding off this to 4 significant figure. Go ahead, please. Anybody? Just tell me the answer.
So for the 4 significant figures, you're gonna get the 4 zeros, 7, 8, 4, 5.
7, 8,
4,
5. Wow, are you sure?
Yes, you said 4.
All right. Okay.
Hold
on.
With the zeros, along with the zeros, I said 4 zeros. 7, 8, 4, 5.
Come again.
I said with the 4 zeros, 7, 8, 4, 5. So you're gonna have the point. Oh, you didn't hear that part?
No, I didn't. No, you were talking like bullet.
Okay.
No, you were talking really fast. And remember, you have to slow it, Nino. So it's 0. You have to say 0 point. But first of all, where do you put the imaginary line?
Between the 5 and the 2. Between the 5 and the 2.
Between the 5 and the 2, right? That's what I want you to say. All right. So 0 point, the 4 zeros, them. And you have 7, 8,
4, 5.
4, 5. Awesome. That's absolutely correct. So that's 4 significant figures. All right. Next person, John Pino.
0.
Hold on. Tell me where you put the imaginary line.
Between the 4 and the 5.
Awesome. Yes.
The answer is 0.40785.
Awesome. That is absolutely correct. All right. Everybody following? Any questions? All right. Moving along finally, somebody just jump in and tell me where you put the imaginary line for 2 decimal place. All right, between 8 and 4. So your answer is
0.000079.
79.
all right, good.
Put it up.
Where's the boss?
8 man.
All right, cool. All right, last one now. Where do you put the imaginary line?
Between 7 and 8.
Between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the answer is
0.40.
8.
Stick a pin, sir.
Hold on, guys.
Mr. Stevens.
Question, please.
All right, sorry about that.
Sir.
Yes.
Two significant figure. How is you have a 9 when it is in
get
between the
7,
four?
9.
Yes, sir.
Four is
Sir,
less
I was
than
just about to
5.
ask too.
Hold on.
It's 7, 8.
Oh, it's 7, 8.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
7,
sir.
8.
Confused a while ago.
All right. I'm wondering if if a 7, 8 to tell me I'm right 9.
No?
No, person said 7, 9.
Oh.
Right.
Because my phone keeps running off and well, I don't know. This thing is
Right.
not a good thing.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, because 2 significant figure means all right. So two significant figures, 0, 1, 2. So it's between the 8 and the 4. Right, so it's 7, 8. So one significant figure now would be 0.00 8.
8, sir.
All right. Okay, any questions? All right. Okay, so so next on the agenda is number theory. All right. And can I take this off? Can I
Yes,
take off?
sir.
All right. Okay. Cool. Anybody writing?
I'm sorry. Quick question. The one with the 7, 8. I didn't catch that. Why wasn't it round off?
Somebody want to answer that?
Because the 4 is less than 5.
The 4 is less than 5, so the 8 remains.
Okay.
Remains the same.
Okay.
All right, and you start counting at the 7. So 0. So you put the imaginary line between the 8 and the 4. Examine 4, and you know it's less than 5, so leave it. All right, guys. So let me. All right, so it's 8:40. It's approximately 8:40. So, any questions? I don't think I really want to go into anything new. So, so next class, we are going to look at number theory. Well, we're doing number theory, right? We're doing number theory right now. But we're going to look at types of numbers. We're going to look at what are natural numbers. You know, what are whole numbers, the different types of numbers. And we're going to look at some basic things that we might overlook. Now, I must tell you, let me tell you something. You see, this might sound a bit you know, embarrassing, but you see a timetable, knowing your timetable is very crucial in mathematics. And sometimes a lot of frustration arises from the fact that you know, we don't have the requisite skills of basic understanding of the timetable, and also not realizing that your timetable, your multiplication table, is also your division table. All right, what did I say? You all know that, right? That your multiplication table is also your what? Your division table. All right. So having said that, all right, I'll see you guys. Do you have any questions? No?